Impact: anticipated 50% market expansion in aerospace tourism and logistics sectors by 2027. Introduction. The aerospace tourism and logistics sectors are poised for a remarkable transformation, with forecasts predicting a 50% market expansion by 2027. This anticipated growth is fueled by technological advancements, increased consumer demand, and evolving market dynamics. This report synthesizes insights from various sources to offer a comprehensive overview of the competitive landscape, key trends, and expert predictions related to these industries. Aerospace sector growth. The aerospace industry is on an upward trajectory, projected to increase its market size from $93.08 billion in 2024 to $112.23 billion by 2025, reflecting a CAGR of 20.6%. This growth can be attributed to several factors. 1. Enhanced passenger demand. There is a growing appetite for air travel driven by increased global connectivity and an expanding middle class, particularly in emerging markets. 2. Aircraft deliveries. The industry is witnessing a surge in aircraft deliveries as airlines expand their fleets to meet rising demand. 3. Regulatory focus on safety and efficiency. Stricter regulations are pushing manufacturers to innovate and improve safety protocols. 4. Outsourcing in aerospace engineering. As the travel and tourism sectors grow, there is a rising trend towards outsourcing aerospace engineering services to enhance operational efficiency. This outsourcing is expected to be a significant driver of market growth, leading to a projected market size of $234.14 billion by 2029. Technological innovations. The role of technology in the aerospace sector cannot be overstated. Innovations such as artificial intelligence, AI, 3D printing, and lightweight materials are revolutionizing aircraft design and manufacturing. AI, utilized for optimizing design efficiency. AI algorithms analyze vast amounts of data to enhance performance and safety. 3D printing. This technology allows for the production of customized aircraft components at reduced costs, enabling faster and more flexible manufacturing. Lightweight materials. Materials like carbon fiber are becoming essential in reducing fuel consumption, thus enhancing operational efficiency. Tourism sector dynamics. The global tourism market is also experiencing significant growth, expected to reach approximately $13.96 trillion by 2034, up from $9.24 trillion in 2024, with a CAGR of 4.7%. Key drivers include: 1. Surge in international travel. The demand for international travel is increasing, with popular destinations seeing a rapid influx of tourists. 2. Sustainable tourism initiatives. Stakeholders are increasingly investing in sustainable tourism practices driven by consumer preferences for eco-friendly travel options. Companies like TUIAG and Booking Holdings are leading the charge with green technologies and sustainable practices. 3. Experiential travel. There is a growing trend towards experiential travel, where consumers seek unique, immersive experiences rather than traditional sightseeing. Regional growth insights. The Asia-Pacific region is projected to lead the tourism market, with countries like India and Brazil expected to see significant increases in tourism spending. The emphasis on sustainability and eco-friendly practices is reshaping travel behaviors and preferences. Logistics sector implications. The logistics sector is closely intertwined with the growth of aerospace and tourism. As air travel and shipping demands increase, logistics operations will need to adapt by leveraging advancements in aerospace technology and sustainability measures. 1. Integration of advanced technologies. Logistics companies are expected to adopt technologies such as AI and automation to streamline operations and improve efficiency. 2. Sustainability in logistics. Companies are increasingly focusing on reducing their carbon footprint through sustainable logistics solutions, such as optimizing routes and using alternative fuels. Comparative analysis of sources. Common key points. All sources highlight the growing demand in the aerospace and tourism sectors due to technological advancements and increased global travel. Sustainability is a critical factor across all sectors, with a noticeable shift towards greener practices. Differences. Source 1 emphasizes the role of aerospace engineering outsourcing closely tied to tourism growth, while Source 2 focuses on broader tourism market dynamics without explicit mention of its impact on aerospace. Source 3 highlights technological advancements in aerospace, particularly in AI and sustainable aviation, which are less emphasized in other sources. Timeline of events. 2022. International tourism revenues surpass $1 trillion, marking a 50% growth from 2021. 2024, the aerospace engineering services outsourcing market reaches $112.23 billion. 2025 to 2027, major expansions in aerospace and tourism sectors driven by technological innovations and sustainable practices. 2029, aerospace engineering services market projected to hit $234.14 billion. 2034, global tourism market forecasted to reach $13.96 trillion. Conclusion. The anticipated market expansion in the aerospace, tourism, and logistics sectors is set to transform these industries significantly. This growth, driven by innovation, consumer trends, and sustainability efforts, will create new opportunities and challenges. Stakeholders must develop adaptive strategies to navigate this evolving landscape, ensuring competitiveness and sustainability in their operations. As these sectors continue to evolve, they will play an integral role in shaping global economic dynamics, underscoring the importance of strategic investments and innovations to meet future demands. The synergy between aerospace, tourism, and logistics will define the next decade, making it crucial for businesses to stay ahead of the curve. Counterintuitive information in the anticipated 50% market expansion in aerospace, tourism, and logistics sectors by 2027. 1. Aerospace growth driven by tourism. The expectation that the aerospace sector will significantly benefit from the growth in tourism may seem logical at first glance, but the depth of this relationship is counterintuitive. While one might assume that the primary drivers of aerospace growth are advancements in technology or military spending, it's the burgeoning travel and tourism sectors that are catalyzing the demand for aerospace engineering services. This outsourcing trend is not just about increasing aircraft production, but also involves a strategic pivot towards specialization in engineering services that align closely with tourism needs. 2. Sustainability as a competitive differentiator. The growing emphasis on sustainability across these sectors appears straightforward, however, the competitive advantage it offers is more profound than typically acknowledged. Companies investing in sustainable practices are not merely adhering to regulatory pressures or consumer expectations, they are positioning themselves to outpace competitors in attracting a new demographic of eco-conscious consumers. This trend suggests a shift where being green is no longer just an ethical stance but a critical component of market competitiveness, which many businesses may not fully leverage yet. 3. The role of emerging markets. The assumption that traditional powerhouses like the US and Europe will dominate the market growth in aerospace and tourism is challenged by the forecasted rise of emerging markets, notably in the Asia-Pacific region. While established markets are expected to grow, the speed and scale of growth in nations like India and Brazil are counterintuitive to the historical dominance of Western markets. This could lead to a significant reshaping of global market dynamics where emerging economies not only catch up but potentially lead in specific segments. 4. Technological advancements and cost reduction. It is often believed that technological advancements in sectors like aerospace come at a high cost. However, innovations such as AI, 3D printing, and lightweight materials are not just enhancing efficiency and safety but are simultaneously driving down production costs. The counterintuitive aspect here is that instead of increasing expenses, the adoption of these technologies is leading to a more cost-effective landscape for manufacturers, which can seem paradoxical against the backdrop of high initial investment often associated with new technologies. 5. Consumer preferences towards experiences over services. The tourism sector's shift towards experiential travel might seem like a trend solely driven by millennial preferences. However, this movement is reshaping how businesses operate across sectors including logistics and aerospace. The expectation that travelers are looking for more than just transportation services is driving innovations in service delivery that transcend traditional experiences. This suggests that businesses need to rethink their value propositions, focusing on creating holistic experiences rather than merely providing basic services. 6. Impact of global health crises. The assumption that global health crises like pandemics would stifle growth in the tourism and logistics sectors is challenged by evidence indicating that such events can accelerate innovation and change in consumer behavior. For instance, the COVID-19 pandemic has led to a surge in digitalization and safety protocols that may have otherwise taken years to implement. This counterintuitive insight highlights resilience in the face of adversity, suggesting that crises can act as catalysts for change instead of merely hindering growth. 7. Interdependence of sectors. The interconnectedness of aerospace tourism and logistics may seem predictable, but the extent of how these sectors influence each other is often underestimated. For instance, the growth in e-commerce logistics directly affects aerospace demand for cargo transport, which in turn impacts tourism by enabling better connectivity for travelers. This systemic interplay suggests that strategies in one sector significantly influence the performance of others, which may not be fully recognized by stakeholders focused solely on their immediate industry. 8. AI's broader applications beyond efficiency. The view that AI in aerospace primarily serves to enhance operational efficiency overlooks its role in redefining customer experiences and regulatory compliance. For instance, AI's capacity to predict maintenance needs not only improves safety but also enhances customer satisfaction by reducing delays and cancellations. Thus, the impact of AI extends well beyond traditional operational metrics, suggesting that its true value lies in a more holistic enhancement of service delivery across the board. 9. Logistics as a growth driver. In many discussions about market expansion, logistics is often seen as a support function rather than a primary driver of growth. However, the anticipated market expansion indicates that logistics will play a pivotal role in shaping the future landscape of both tourism and aerospace. The counterintuitive realization here is that logistics is not merely an ancillary service but a critical enabler of growth, as efficient logistics operations directly affect customer satisfaction and operational efficiency in both sectors. 10. Green technologies as cost savers. The common perception is that transitioning to green technologies incurs additional costs. However, the evidence presented indicates that investing in sustainable practices can lead to long-term savings and increased profitability. Companies adopting green technologies not only meet regulatory requirements but also benefit from reduced operational costs over time. This counterintuitive notion challenges the traditional view of sustainability as a mere compliance cost, instead presenting it as a strategic investment for future growth. In conclusion, the anticipated 50% market expansion across aerospace tourism and logistics by 2027 presents numerous counterintuitive insights that challenge traditional assumptions about growth drivers, the role of technology, and consumer behavior. Recognizing these nuances can enable stakeholders to adapt more effectively to the evolving market landscape and capitalize on emerging opportunities. In the report titled Anticipated 50% Market Expansion in Aerospace Tourism and Logistics Sectors by 2027, Competitive Analysis and Expert Predictions, several important details may be overlooked by the general audience, but they carry significant implications for stakeholders within these industries. 1. The interconnectedness of sectors. Importance. The report highlights a critical aspect that many may not fully appreciate: the interconnectedness of the aerospace tourism and logistics sectors. The anticipated growth in the aerospace industry is not solely due to increased air travel but is significantly driven by the expansion of the tourism sector, which demands greater passenger capacity and enhanced travel options. This relationship emphasizes the need for stakeholders in these sectors to adopt a holistic approach to strategy development. Why it's significant: understanding this interconnectedness allows businesses to identify cross-industry opportunities. For instance, aerospace companies can leverage the growth in tourism to expand their services in maintenance and engineering, while tourism operators can partner with airlines to offer specialized travel packages. Ignoring these connections could lead to missed opportunities for collaboration and innovation. 2. The role of sustainability. Importance: the report underscores the rising importance of sustainability across all sectors, particularly in tourism and aerospace. Companies like TUIAG and Booking Holdings are investing in green technologies, indicating a shift in consumer preference towards eco-friendly travel options. This trend is pivotal as it aligns with global sustainability goals and regulations. Why it's significant: stakeholders who fail to prioritize sustainability may face reputational damage and lose competitive advantage. As consumer awareness of environmental issues grows, businesses that do not adopt sustainable practices might see decreased demand. Moreover, government regulations are increasingly favoring sustainable practices, meaning companies that lag in this area could also face financial penalties or lose out on government contracts. 3. Technological innovations. Importance: while the report mentions various technological advancements such as AI, 3D printing, and lightweight materials, many readers may overlook the transformative impact these technologies will have on operational efficiency and cost reduction. The integration of AI in design and manufacturing processes, for example, can lead to more efficient aircraft designs and optimized production timelines. Why it's significant: companies that invest in these technologies early can position themselves as leaders in their fields. The ability to harness AI and other innovations not only enhances operational efficiencies but also improves customer experiences through enhanced service offerings. Those who remain stagnant in their technological adoption may find it increasingly difficult to compete. 4. Emerging markets. Importance: the report mentions the Asia-Pacific region as a leading growth area for both the aerospace and tourism sectors. This is particularly relevant as countries like India and Brazil are predicted to see substantial increases in tourism spending, which will in turn boost the demand for air travel. Why it's significant: companies in the aerospace and tourism industry should not only focus on established markets in North America and Europe but also consider the potential in emerging markets. These regions offer opportunities for new customer bases, partnerships, and revenue streams. Failing to recognize the potential of these markets could hinder long-term growth strategies. 5. Regulatory landscape. Importance: the report briefly touches on safety regulations and compliance but does not delve deeply into the regulatory environment that will shape industry operations. As the aerospace industry evolves, it will face increased scrutiny regarding safety standards, environmental regulations, and technological innovations. Why it's significant: understanding the regulatory landscape is crucial for companies looking to innovate and expand. The aerospace industry in particular requires adherence to strict safety and environmental regulations, and failure to comply can lead to costly penalties, project delays, and damage to reputation. Stakeholders must proactively engage with regulators to shape favorable policies and ensure compliance. 6. The rise of outsourcing in aerospace engineering. Importance: the report highlights a trend towards outsourcing in aerospace engineering services driven by the need for specialized expertise and cost efficiencies. This trend is linked to the growth of the tourism sector, which demands new innovations in aircraft and services. Why it's significant: companies that can effectively leverage outsourcing strategies may find themselves with significant competitive advantages, including reduced costs and enhanced flexibility. However, those that overlook the importance of building robust partnerships with outsourcing providers may struggle to keep pace with industry advancements and customer expectations. 7. Consumer trends and behavioral insights. Importance: the report mentions millennial travelers and experiential travel but does not deeply analyze consumer behavior trends that drive these changes. Understanding these trends can provide critical insights for businesses looking to tailor their offerings. Why it's significant: insights into consumer preferences, such as a desire for personalized experiences and sustainability, can guide product development and marketing strategies. Companies that align their services with evolving consumer expectations are more likely to succeed in capturing market share and fostering brand loyalty. Conclusion. In conclusion, the anticipated 50% market expansion in the aerospace, tourism, and logistics sectors by 2027 presents unique opportunities and challenges. Stakeholders must pay close attention to the interconnectedness of these industries, the importance of sustainability, technological innovations, emerging markets, regulatory landscapes, outsourcing trends, and evolving consumer behaviors. By recognizing and acting on these often overlooked insights, businesses can position themselves for growth in a rapidly changing environment. Ignoring these dynamics could lead to missed opportunities and potential setbacks in an increasingly competitive landscape. For most valuable points for in-depth analysis and discussion. 1. Technological advancements driving growth in aerospace and tourism. The anticipated 50% expansion in the aerospace, tourism, and logistics sectors by 2027 is heavily fueled by rapid technological advancements. In aerospace, innovations such as artificial intelligence, AI, 3D printing, and lightweight materials are revolutionizing aircraft design and manufacturing processes. AI enhances design efficiency while 3D printing allows for the production of customized, lower-cost components. The tourism sector is also seeing technological integration with online booking systems, mobile applications, and AI-driven personalized travel experiences becoming more prevalent. This point warrants an exploration of how these technologies not only improve operational efficiency but also reshape consumer expectations and experiences in both sectors. 2. Sustainability as a central theme across industries. Sustainability is a critical driver that permeates all discussed sectors, influencing consumer choices, corporate strategies, and regulatory frameworks. In tourism, there is a growing emphasis on eco-friendly practices, with companies like TUIAG and Booking Holdings investing in sustainable travel options. The aerospace industry is also responding to environmental pressures with a focus on developing green technologies such as hydrogen-powered aircraft and sustainable aviation fuels (SAF). This shift towards sustainability presents an opportunity for in-depth discussions on the balance between economic growth and environmental responsibility, as well as the potential for innovation in sustainable practices across industries. 3. Market dynamics and competitive landscape. The competitive landscape of the aerospace and tourism sectors is evolving rapidly in light of anticipated growth. The aerospace sector, for instance, is experiencing a surge in demand for aerospace engineering services outsourcing driven by the growth in commercial aviation and a focus on specialized services. In tourism, emerging markets such as India and Brazil are expected to lead growth due to rising disposable incomes and increased travel demand. Analyzing the market dynamics, including key players, their strategies, and the implications of regional growth patterns, will provide valuable insights into how companies can effectively position themselves to capitalize on these trends. 4. Interconnectedness of sectors, aerospace, tourism, and logistics. The interrelationship between the aerospace, tourism, and logistics sectors is a crucial aspect of the anticipated market expansion. The growth in air travel directly impacts logistics operations, necessitating adaptations in logistics technology and practices to meet rising demand. Furthermore, the expansion of the tourism sector drives the need for enhanced logistics solutions, facilitating smoother travel experiences. This interconnectedness invites a discussion on how companies can leverage synergies between these sectors to enhance operational efficiencies and deliver integrated services, ultimately benefiting consumers and businesses alike. Conclusion. The anticipated market expansion in aerospace tourism and logistics by 2027 presents numerous opportunities for growth, innovation, and sustainability. By focusing on technological advancements, sustainability efforts, market dynamics, and the interconnectedness of sectors, stakeholders can navigate the challenges and capitalize on the emerging trends shaping the future of these industries. An in-depth analysis of these points will facilitate a comprehensive understanding of the future landscape of aerospace tourism and logistics. Here are three famous historical cases that reflect significant impacts on various sectors akin to the anticipated market expansion in aerospace tourism and logistics sectors. 1. The Industrial Revolution, late 18th to early 19th century. The Industrial Revolution marked a period of profound technological, economic, and social change. It began in Great Britain and gradually spread worldwide. The introduction of mechanized production methods transformed industries including textiles, iron, and coal mining. Innovations such as the steam engine facilitated the growth of transportation networks including railways and steamships, significantly boosting logistics and trade. This era increased urbanization as people moved to cities for factory jobs, leading to the expansion of tourism as urban centers became cultural hubs. The Industrial Revolution set the foundation for modern economies and is a prime example of how technological advancements can catalyze market growth across multiple sectors. 2. The post-World War II aviation boom, 1940s to 1960s. After World War II, the aviation industry experienced an unprecedented boom due to technological advancements and increased consumer demand for air travel. The introduction of the jet engine revolutionized air travel, making it faster and more efficient. Airlines expanded their fleets and routes, leading to greater accessibility for international travel. This growth transformed the tourism sector as air travel became a popular option for leisure and business travelers alike. The aviation boom also spurred developments in logistics, as air freight became essential for global trade. This period underscores how market dynamics and consumer preferences can reshape entire industries. 3. The rise of e-commerce in the late 1990s and early 2000s. The advent of the Internet and the emergence of e-commerce platforms like Amazon and eBay transformed retail, logistics, and consumer behavior. The convenience of online shopping led to an exponential increase in demand for efficient logistics and supply chain management solutions. Companies invested heavily in technology to streamline operations, enhance delivery speed, and improve customer service. This shift not only reshaped the retail landscape but also impacted the logistics sector significantly, leading to innovations like same-day delivery and advanced tracking systems. The e-commerce boom illustrates how technological advancements and changing consumer habits can lead to substantial market expansions across related sectors. These historical cases demonstrate the interconnectedness of technological innovation, market dynamics, and consumer behavior. Parallels to the anticipated growth in aerospace tourism and logistics sectors by 2027. Future outlook: anticipated 50% market expansion in aerospace tourism and logistics sectors by 2027. The projected 50% expansion in the markets of aerospace tourism and logistics by 2027 is shaped by advancements in technology, shifts in consumer behavior, and growing demands for sustainability. This comprehensive outlook draws on industry trends, competitive analyses, and expert predictions. Aerospace sector expansion. Growth projections. The aerospace market is poised for significant growth, expected to expand from $93.08 billion in 2024 to $112.23 billion in 2025, with a remarkable CAGR of 20.6%. By 2029, the market could reach $234.14 billion, driven by factors such as increased passenger demand, stringent safety regulations, and advancements in aircraft technology. Technological innovations. Key technologies propelling this growth include artificial intelligence (AI), enhancing design efficiency and optimizing flight operations. 3D printing, reducing production costs and enabling customization in aircraft parts. Lightweight materials, improving fuel efficiency and payload capacity. Crucial for the development of electric and hybrid aircraft. Market dynamics. The rise of outsourcing in aerospace engineering services will continue as companies seek specialized expertise to remain competitive. Collaboration between original equipment manufacturers (OEMs) and service firms will also intensify, fostering innovation and efficiency. Tourism sector dynamics. Market growth forecast. The global tourism market is set to grow from $9.24 trillion in 2024 to approximately $13.96 trillion by 2034, with a CAGR of 4.7%. This growth is largely attributed to the increasing trend of international travel investments in sustainable tourism and the rise of experiential travel. Sustainability trends. As environmental concerns become paramount, sustainability is reshaping travel preferences. Companies like TUIAG and Booking Holdings are investing heavily in eco-friendly practices, emphasizing the need for sustainable accommodations and transportation. Regional insights. The Asia-Pacific region is expected to lead growth, with countries like India and Brazil projected to see significant increases in tourism spending. The introduction of sustainable infrastructure in regions hosting international events will further bolster tourism development. Logistics sector implications. Interconnected growth. While the logistics sector has not been analyzed as extensively, its growth is intrinsically linked to the advancements in aerospace and tourism. Increased air travel and shipping demands will drive logistics operations to adapt, leveraging technological advancements to meet evolving market needs. Sustainability integration. Logistics companies will need to adopt greener practices, aligning with the push for sustainability in both tourism and aerospace industries. This will involve optimizing supply chains and exploring alternative fuels to reduce carbon footprints. Comparative analysis of sources. 1. Common themes. All sources emphasize technological advancements and consumer demand as key drivers in aerospace and tourism. Sustainability is highlighted as a critical consideration across all sectors, with a growing emphasis on eco-friendly practices. 2. Diverging focus. Some sources concentrate on the outsourcing aspect of aerospace engineering, while others examine broader tourism dynamics without explicit ties to aerospace. The role of AI in aerospace technology is emphasized in some reports, showcasing the competitive edge it provides. Timeline of anticipated developments. 2024, aerospace engineering services outsourcing market reaches $112.23 billion. 2025 to 2027, major expansions across aerospace and tourism sectors driven by technological innovations and sustainable practices. 2029, aerospace market projected to hit $234.14 billion. 2034, global tourism market expected to reach approximately $13.96 trillion. Conclusion. The anticipated 50% market expansion in the aerospace, tourism and logistics sectors by 2027 is a result of technological progression changing consumer preferences and a commitment to sustainability. Companies within these industries must adopt adaptive strategies to thrive in this dynamic landscape. Emerging technologies, sustainable practices and collaborative efforts will not only drive market growth but also redefine how these sectors operate, paving the way for a more interconnected and eco-friendly future. As these sectors evolve, they will present both challenges and opportunities, necessitating proactive engagement from stakeholders to harness their full potential.